Alright, hello everybody. This is a video that I feel like a lot of people who play BeamNG, they're gonna appreciate this, I suppose. So I'm not really gonna sit here and do a long intro or anything. I'm just gonna get right to it and talk about everything here. So let's just listen to how the game sounds as is. This is just regular base game. I have my audio settings adjusted in game, and I will show you guys those settings in a second, but it sounds pretty good. Doesn't sound bad, not too many complaints. I mean, it definitely can be better. Sounds pretty good though. This took a lot of effort to tweak all of these and kind of get it equalized to where I like it. I spent a lot of time just driving around with these audio settings right here up and messing with them. If you guys want, you can go ahead and copy those, but that is not the brute force of why I am making this video. The reason I'm making this video is to show you guys this random program that I've been using to make BeamNG sound really good. I haven't turned it on yet, so I'll show you guys the difference here in a second. But as you can see, some of my volumes seem a little wacky, but this is just my personal preference. You can kind of adjust it to whatever you want. I like hearing the oh, I was looking at the menu. Sorry guy, I didn't mean to clip your car. You can adjust it to what you want, but I wanted to hear the turbos and stuff like that, have a good balance of like the tires and aero and everything else. Like when you do a burnout, you can definitely hear the tires spinning. It's not too much. It's also not enough. You know, if you wanted to hear them even more, shoot, you can turn this up to whatever you want. Oops. Game likes to lag when I do things, apparently. Okay, there you go. But yeah, I would recommend those audio settings as far as that goes. Let's go ahead and reset, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the program that I want to tell you guys about. It's called Desk FX Audio Effect Processor, and here's what it looks like. Here's what my effects look like. You can load stuff in, and which like it's kind of like a channel rack. Essentially, you can just load in the effects that you want right here. You just click effects, amplify, reverb, any of that stuff you can put on here. I did a distortion. This equalizer is automatically on there, and then an amplify. I did distortion first. You can move these around in whatever order you want, but let's go ahead and hear what it sounds like with this equalizer on and all of this. It's going to be a lot louder, so I don't know how loud it's going to be for you guys, but we'll see how this goes. Here we go. I'll explain how this program works and a bunch of other shit in a second. I'm just going to have you guys listen to this. I mean, that just worlds better already. Much more immersive, in my opinion. Because the car sounds in this game are not bad by any means. It's just, I like a lot more aggressive sounds. Nothing gets you more into it than this. I mean, oh my gosh. Because when you're in a real race car, it is quite deafening. So, you know, why not make it a lot louder? I added like a tasteful amount of distortion. Some might disagree with that, but I think this sounds really good. I did turn up the surface right before I turned this program on. I can go ahead and turn that down again, but I was just trying to show you guys that you can change all of the little aspects in this game as far as the sound goes and get them tweaked to whatever you really want it to sound like. And I might even turn the surface down after this just to make it sound a little bit better. But I mean, it's a night and day difference with this program. I was using a different program before to get this same type of result, but it wasn't as quality, and it wasn't like you couldn't put an EQ on the other program really, or anything else. So I used Desk FX is what it's called, and I will go ahead and explain that really quick for you guys. I'm going to turn this car off because it's very loud. But yes, this program is called Desk FX. Essentially, you start it out. I don't know what it's going to look like when you get like a regular base file or whatever when you first open it up. Here, I'll just do clear effect chain. So there's that. This is what it looks like when you first open it up. I turn the equalizer off for a sec, but to add new stuff, you just click FX. Where's it at? There should be a amplify. Yep, there it is. I turn that up quite a bit just to give the just to turn up the volume quite a bit. If you use the same preset as me, you can literally go down to this amplify, and if it's way too loud for you in your opinion, just turn this down. This is pretty much just a volume knob essentially, if you want to use it like that. But here, I'll go ahead and clear this again. First things first, I put on a distortion like that. Go up to the top, and you see how the distortion is before the equalizer, and then after the equalizer I did an amplify at the bottom, just like that. Okay, so once you're set up like that, you can go ahead and copy these settings from me here. I'll have this like full screen here. I'll even get my camera out of the way so you guys can see this a little better. I did 100 on the degree percentage and then -5 on the decibels. The lower you go on this, the more crunchy and distorted it'll sound. Here, I'll show you guys for an example. So we'll put it to -20 and then turn the car on, and this is going to deafen me. So like, that is just way too much, man. That sounds like it was recorded on like a Nokia in 1804. So like I said, I tried to add like a tasteful amount. If -5 is too much for you, I'd recommend like -2 or -1. I mean, that's like a decent little balance in between, I feel like. Here, let's turn it on. Like, it still adds a little bit of crunch, but not too much if you don't like it at -5 where I have it. This is all kind of up to you. Like I said, all of this is all the stuff that you whatever way you guys want your BeamNG to sound, this is what you can do to make it sound that way. The equalizer I usually have on there if I'm using my speakers, because my sub gets a little bit too much at the lower end frequencies when I am playing racing games and have this stuff up. So that is why I have that. I have this just down a little notch, and then a tiny notch right there. You guys can see all the settings and copy them if you want. But yeah, I felt like showing you guys this was probably going to help at least somebody that's been sort of annoyed by this like me. Because like, I love this game, but like the engine sounds like, I don't know. It sounds plastic, or like, I don't know. You can tell it's fake. With this, I feel like it adds a little more immersion due to the fact that there's obviously going to be some like distortion or loudness, I guess, in real life. Like, I don't know. It just sounds more legit to me. I'll get another. I'll get a couple of engines to show you guys essentially how it sounds, I guess. If this loads. But yeah. I'll go ahead and turn down the surface as well, just because it was a little bit loud earlier. I had it at 40, and I turned it to 65. I'll put it to like 52. So, as you guys see, just sit here, mess with all these if you want. I usually start with forced induction all the way up, and then base everything else after I do the forced induction, due to the fact that the turbos in this game are kind of quiet. And like I said a lot earlier in the video, I love to hear the turbo sounds, which is one of the reasons that I started doing this. So, you know, here's how the V8 sounds from the Garvel. I think that's what that was. I'll go ahead and turn the volume back up, by the way. But yeah, that is just so crisp, so good. it just... My wheel is not hooked up properly, so this is not easy to drift right now, but... And then I'll do like a smaller engine so you guys can hear how that sounds real quick. But all in all, I don't know. I really love using this. It makes the game like so much more exhilarating for me personally. And I have to assume that there's a couple of people out there that have probably been trying to figure out some way to do this. And I feel like this is the best way. There is like a bunch of stuff on the program that I showed you guys that's like, oh, hey, it's a demo program, get our this or that, buy this, buy that. I don't know. I don't really mess with it. I don't try to get any premium stuff from it. But it works. It just simply works. I save my preset for BeamNG and I just load that up every time when I want to play the game. It takes like 2 seconds to open up this program. And it's pretty darn useful, especially for this game. If you guys know any other audio effects processors or something like that where you can add effects to your computer's audio or like adjust how stuff sounds coming in, just let me know and I will check it out. But from my quote-unquote research, I have found that this one works the best. It sounds pretty good, especially if you turn up and down the volume in the game settings and kind of adjust it to whatever you want it to sound like. So, pretty darn good. I'm not going to 100% recommend you guys just copy my settings in my BeamNG, because you might want it to sound a little different. I want to reiterate that as many times as I can, and I've probably said a lot of things over and over again in this video, same things, but nonetheless, I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be trying to do a G29 setup video so I can show you guys a little bit of tips and tricks and secrets to have it set up pretty decently and feel pretty realistic, because a lot of my friends and we were complaining that this game's force feedback feels not very good compared to, let's say, Assetto Corsa, especially on a G29 in this game. And that's all I got. I just have a modified G29. So I'll be probably showing you guys how I got my setup to feel really good on this, just to help you guys out. Anyways, have a good one. More videos coming soon. Bye.